Sam LOGUE here for Green Blood Boxing. Absolutely delighted to be joined by victorious Fearghus Quinn today. Fearghus, first of all, congratulations on the victory, my man. My man, Jesus. You'd swear I had a few points in me. First round stoppage. Talk me through it.
Yeah, thanks very much. I suppose I just caught him. He sort of came out swinging, and I just caught him a nice body shot, and he sort of was in the corner taking shots, and he didn't look like he was coming back with anything. So I think the sort of writing was on the wall, that sort of way. But no, happy to get out, get the job done early, and enjoy the rest of the fights now.
That's it. I mean, look, you've got. I think it was evident from watching your first couple of fights. You've got a lot of power. Is that the plan going in, especially against these guys at this part of your career at the start? Are you looking to go in and blow these guys out, or what's your mentality when you go into these kind of fights?
I'll just sort of not to blow people out, just to sort of do what I've been working on in the gym, and if stoppage comes. But I suppose the main thing now is just getting the experience and sort of getting in against good tough opposition and testing yourself. But sort of always nice once you get the job done early too.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say it's a nice feeling getting that stoppage. It's a different feeling. But yeah, I mean, where are you looking to go from here? Are you looking to try and are you telling your management and your the guys in charge of you that you want to kind of slowly progress up the levels, or how much of an input do you have into your opponents and the kind of, as I say, the levels?
I suppose Jamie just puts forward opponents, and I just say yes. Jerry okays it, and that's that. But
yeah.
No, they'll know who to put me in against. I'm not really too bothered now, to be honest, who go in. But I suppose given the first few fights I've been in against sort of good, decent, tough opposition, sort of want to keep building on that anyway, and keep taking steps in the right direction. You don't want to be taking steps backwards, so just keep getting in and good, tough opposition that's going to test you.
Well, that's it. You did actually start at quite a high level, so you obviously, it's maybe it would be difficult for you motivation-wise as well, perhaps, if you were kind of then stepping back the levels. So obviously, I mean, us as fans as well, we want to see you keep pressing up them levels, as quickly as you can. But you're talking about the Feile Festival here. I mean, what an event! I mean, look, we haven't got the weather for it, but talk to me about kind of just being on this on the Feile Festival and being on a card with Michael Conlan, TJ Doheny. I mean, there's some big names on this card.
Definitely.
Just talk to me about how you feel about being on the card itself.
Yeah, it's massive. At such an early stage of the career to get on such a big card, it's massive. Good publicity and everything. So yeah, it was just great that Jamie was able to get me out. He promised me he would, and he did. So it's totally different than the first two fights. I suppose having the crowds back and all, it's a big help. This was the first chance, sort of friends and family and all that get to come and watch you, and there was a decent crowd came up. So it was a completely different experience than the last. So even the whole week, the weigh-in and all that was it was very different, but it was far better, having the crowds there and all was class.
Do you think it affected your performance in any way? Did it lift you, perhaps?
Possibly, not really, I don't think. I suppose it's just nice having, walking out and seeing what one's there that's came to watch you, but I think the performance, it's sort of a separate thing altogether. You just have to worry about it on its own, that sort of way.
In the ring is in the ring, and outside the ring is kind of whatever it is as well. But I suppose it adds up to make maybe perhaps a more enjoyable experience overall, which is nice. So where do you go from here? I mean, are you looking to kind of take some titles? Like we have maybe the Irish title in sight, or what have you got in your mind?
Yeah, I suppose just now for the immediate future, it's just try and get active, get shows back, and I suppose now with restrictions easing and crowds coming back in, there'll hopefully be a lot more shows being run, so it's just getting out as often as possible and getting these tests and sort of take it from there, get a few more knockout wins, hopefully.
Hopefully, man. Come here, one last thing I want to ask you is, obviously we do have particularly bad weather. I touched on it there a minute ago, but did it affect you inside the ring? Because it looks like the rain maybe is getting in under the cover. Talk to me about that.
A wee bit slippy, well, I didn't notice it when I was fighting, but just when it felt slippy, but I suppose it was wet there, but they do dry your feet and all, but later on, if it keeps coming down like that, there could be a few slips on the yards, I would say.
Yeah. Look, Fearghus Quinn, that's all I'm going to take of your time for the moment. Hopefully catch up again in the future, but look, definitely. Thank you very much, Sam LOGUE for Green Blood Boxing with Fearghus Quinn. Thank you, mate.
Thanks,